they heed their coach's words and really commit to finding the best shot possible each time down, I think they'll be fine.
Teamwork is the secret here. I mean, if they're going to achieve that goal of shooting a high percentage from the floor, they can't do it as individuals.
Mike Scott's checked in for the Clippers. And a switcher also for New York. Galloway's checked in. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. So it's the Clippers now. They lead by 11. Doubled by Foster. It's Crawford with the drive. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Clock at 6. Here's Foster. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers leading by 13. Here's Redick. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Redick's got 6. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Thunder.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers. You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Scott with the screen on Foster. There's the 3. Scott can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Foster against Redick. Jacks up a 3. Another triple from Foster. Foster's got it back down to single digits for the Knicks.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Crawford outside. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And let's run down for you the top 3-point shooting point guards in the league this season. Freak number 1.
He is so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens things up for him, which makes it easier for him to set up his teammates.
Well, he's a prime example of why being a top-notch three-point shooter comes in handy for a point guard.
The shot, and the Knicks good for 2. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Portis. Outside, Scott. Pass to Crawford. From 12 feet out. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Foster. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Foster's got 15.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Screen by Nurkic. Redick for 3. The shot no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a...
And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself to carry this. Well, you don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
And they've made an effort to get to the line here in the first half, guys, and it's starting to pay off.
Well, another thing that's immediately...
Oh! Did you see that? Man, oh, man.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
And that's usually how it goes once they get that lead.
Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Portis comes in for Blake Griffin. Mike Scott's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Crawford in for Peyton. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Los Angeles leading by 15. Now Anderson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Dishes it to Scott. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Sticking too much.
Anderson against Foster. There's the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice job coming off that screen. Foster's got 17 now.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
The Knicks have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Clippers leading by 13. And stolen by Freak. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Knicks trail by 11. 1:44 left now here in the second. Uncovered, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
He totally lost his... Defender broke his ankles, then knocks down the jumper.
That was just an amazing play. I mean, you talk about making him reach for thin air. Wow.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers was just phenomenal. He had 20 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
What a game we've seen here for Anderson. 10 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And Foster kicks to Vonleh, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, you know, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Anderson outside. Nurkic dishes to Crawford. Takes a three. Can't get it to go. And we finished one half of basketball.
No, Carmelo.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Really?
For the Clippers, Nurkic checked in for Tyler Zeller. Portis comes in for Blake Griffin. And Mike Scott subbed in for Jamal Crawford. They've got Portis. J.J. Redick is out there with Anderson. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Scott in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And Anderson kicks to Redick. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Knicks trail by 13. Freak with it. He's got 25. From deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Anderson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's blocked. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And it's Foster finishing it off.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
You know, they've also been very good from the free throw line. I mean, that's been a very important part of what they've done today.
And again, it's New York.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
The feed now to Nurkic. He dishes it to Scott. Screen by Nurkic. That one off the back iron and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Fires from deep. And it's Foster missing.
He can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
There's the dish to Scott. 14 feet away. Jump shot is good. And the Clippers lead by 14. The Knicks shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. They set the pick. Here's Foster. Scott pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Foster. He has 29. And he hits the jump shot. Foster's got 8 here in the quarter.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Redick for 3, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And here at the end of the third quarter, we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come back. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Blake Griffin.
Well, his rebounder was a story for me tonight, guys. He couldn't have been any more ferocious on the boards. This game would have had a much different